lights are still half asleep in the teacher's room. Morning slips in through the blinds, like it's careful not to wake anyone. I breathe a little deeper than I need to, practice the face I wear all day. Nothing special, nothing wrong, just another ordinary morning. There's a carton of milk on my desk, right where it always is. No name, but I know exactly how it got there. It's not too cold, not warm enough to notice. Somewhere in between, like the way we learn to care without leaving fingerprints. I slide it into my bag before anyone else walks in. Turn on my screen, shuffle some papers, pretend this is how it's always been. If I say your name out loud, it might change the shape of the room. So I keep it quiet and let the silence answer for me. There's a love that feels like the temperature of milk, never burning, never gone. It doesn't ask to be seen, but it holds me together when the day gets long. We love when no one's looking, we stand apart where everyone can see. Every time I pass you in the hallway, I become a slightly better version of me. We trade glances over stacks of paper, hands almost meet but don't. The smallest space between us feels louder than a conversation. Good morning sounds different when you're careful with your voice. Eyes fixed on printed words while my thoughts lean towards you. In the hallway you smile for half a second, just enough for me to notice. I nod back barely and somehow that's enough to carry me through. The more we protect this distance, the more real it starts to feel, like something fragile that only survives if we're gentle. There's a love that feels like the temperature of milk, quiet, steady, real. No grand promises, no headlines, just the way it helps me breathe. Everyone talks about easy love, we chose the careful kind. Still, every ordinary moment feels stronger knowing you're mine. Sometimes I imagine another version of us, a morning without caution, saying your name like it's allowed. Not measuring every step, but here we are, choosing restraint over impulse, because some things matter more than saying exactly how we feel. You understand my hesitation, I see it in the way you wait. This isn't fear, it's us protecting what we've made. Love doesn't always raise its voice, sometimes it just stays, and that feels honest in a way shouting never could. At night you tell me I look tired, and I know what you mean. I carried the day on something small, something no one else could see. The carton on my desk this morning wasn't just routine, it was everything I didn't say and everything you gave to me. If this isn't loud enough, if this isn't enough for you, I hope you know it's still the truest thing I do. There's a love that feels like the temperature of milk, not dramatic but alive. Even if the world never knows, it gets me through every hour I survive. Maybe someday we won't hide it, maybe someday we won't have to pretend. Until then, every quiet morning is my way of choosing you again. The sound of an empty carton hidden the trash, a thank you I never said out loud. follows me down the hall. I pause outside the classroom door, just long enough to hope that nothing happens today, that I won't have to explain myself. The moment I step inside, you're already there, moving faster than the space allows. Too close, too sudden. For half a second the room forgets how to breathe, and I'm standing in a place I never meant to be. I pull away without thinking, my hands already know the rule. Your face changes before I speak, and I hate myself for that part. There are reasons I can't give you that sound cruel when left unsaid, so I choose silence and let it do the damage instead. You're standing too close to stand, with a heart that hasn't learned restraint. You call it love, I call it something I'm afraid to break. It's not that I don't feel it, it's that I feel too much. And every step I don't take toward you is me choosing what I have to protect. I feel your eyes are in the lesson like a question without words. The chalk shakes just a little as I write what doesn't matter. You laugh louder than you need to, like you're daring me to look. I keep my focus on the board like that makes it disappear. You're living it right now, I'm living 3 steps ahead. The difference is the distance I can't explain to you, yeah. Rejection feels like cruelty, acceptance feels worse, so I stay balanced on a line that hurts us both. You're standing too close to stand, and I see how real it is. That's why I'm backing away, even when you don't understand. I'm not pushing you aside, I'm holding something fragile in place. Sometimes love looks like distance when it's coming from responsibility. We pass each other in the hallway, and my chest tightens anyway. I nod, you look away, we both pretend that's enough. One day you'll forget this moment, or remember it differently. I hope when you do, it doesn't feel like I failed you. I already know how this ends, that's why I won't let it start. Knowing doesn't make the middle easy. There's no language for this position, no way to sound kind and firm, so I settle for quiet and carry the weight myself. If I were just another person without this line to defend, maybe I'd stand where you are and call it courage instead. If you had a little more time, if I had a little less to lose, this feeling might have had a future with a different set of rules. But wishing doesn't move the line, it only makes it clearer. So I take the step you want and leave the rest for later. You were standing too close to stand, with a heart that trusted me. I hope one day you understand why distance was my honesty. You didn't do anything wrong, neither did I, not really. Sometimes the kindest thing we do is walk away while we still care. I turn off the classroom lights and say it under my breath. What was too close wasn't the space, it was how much you felt. The lunch bell fades into the walls, and the hallway exhales. Words that never found a voice lean against the lockers and wait. Sunlight stretches on the floor like it's listening to. I already know what this is about before you say anything at all. He keeps bothering me, you say, with a shrug that doesn't quite land. You try to laugh it off, but your eyes stay a second too long. At the back of the room, he stares at his shoes like they might explain everything he doesn't know how to say. I've seen this before, the noise, the clumsy edges, when affection doesn't know how to introduce itself. At that age, truth wears a disguise and kindness comes out wrong. The feeling is real, but the language isn't learned yet. There are things I can't say, even when I know they're true. How liking someone turns into the wrong kind of attention. It's not cruelty, it's confusion, not distance, but fear. Still all you hear is the surface, and all he knows is he's here. Between classes there's laughter, a chair scrapes the floor too hard. He jokes a little louder than necessary, like volume might be courage. You roll your eyes, walk away, and he pretends that's fine. Both of you misreading the same moment in different ways. If honesty were easier, if timing never helped, this could have been something simple with a name you wouldn't reject. But classrooms don't allow hypotheticals, only what happened and what didn't. So you both keep your distance and call it coincidence. Young hearts don't know how to whisper, they only shout or hide. And adults learn too early that silence can be safer than advice. There are things I can't say, because saying them would tilt the day. He likes you sounds harmless until it isn't mine to explain. I tell you I'll talk to him, I tell him to be careful, but the truth stays locked inside me like a rule I didn't write. The window stays open, clouds drift like excuses. Time keeps moving without asking permission. After school there's a knock, too hesitant to be confident. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, he says, eyes fixed on the floor. I know exactly what he means and exactly what I can't do. I've learned the cost of interfering and the weight of not doing enough. So I offer something safe, something round and incomplete, words meant to protect but not to guide. Knowing the answer isn't the same as being allowed to put it into someone else's hands. Once I stood where he's standing now, waiting for a sentence to save me. I thought growing up meant someone finally tells you what to do. Turns out adulthood is learning which truths you're supposed to carry alone, so others can keep moving. There are things I can't say, not because they're wrong, but because they belong to a time I can't step into. If you both survive this confusion, if you both keep growing past today, this will become a story you tell without bitterness. That's all I can hope for, that's all I'm allowed to give. Some feelings need silence before they learn how to live. Footsteps echo down the hall after everyone's gone. What I couldn't say today walks home with them instead. Lunch rush hums around us, trays clattered, chairs scrape the floor. I notice the empty space before I notice you. Mind if I sit here, you ask, already halfway down. I don't say no because I don't say much at all. Same meal, same time, something feels off today. The air carries a question no one agreed to ask. You talk about work, about nothing. I nod like I'm present. Between sentences, expectation quietly settles in. Across the table, someone laughs, says we'd make a good pair. It sounds like a joke until it doesn't. Correcting them would be easy if I were braver than polite. So I let the moment pass and pretend neutrality is kindness. There's an empty seat beside me that feels heavier when you're there. Every word lands softly, but none of them are fair. You haven't done a thing wrong, you're just honest with your interest. And I keep choosing comfort over clarity again. You've been busy lately, you say, concern wrapped in casual tone. I answer carefully, like balance is a skill I've mastered. You talk about future plans, I hear the space where I don't fit. So I smile, agree, deflect anything but interruption. I tell myself I'm being gentle, that I'm sparing us both. But deep down I know delay can be its own kind of harm. Adult affection doesn't announce itself, it waits, it watches, and that makes it easier to wound quietly. There's an empty seat beside me, even when we're side by side. I let you stay a little longer, so I don't have to decide. When you ask if there's someone else, I laugh and change the subject. Cowardice dressed up as calm is still cowardice. We return our trays, silence fills the walk back. The meal is over, the tension stays. Later in the office, you speak like nothing changed. Same tone, same distance, that somehow feels farther. If I were alone, this wouldn't be complicated. If you expected less, I wouldn't feel this way. But expectations don't announce themselves, they arrive quietly and sit down beside you. Choosing not to choose is still a decision, and I'm starting to feel it. They call me kind every time I hesitate. They don't see how kindness can turn into avoidance. Being a good person shouldn't hurt like this, but lately it does, and I don't know how to fix it. There's an empty seat beside me, and I'm finally standing up. Not because I don't care, but because I care enough. I hope you find someone who doesn't hesitate, someone whose silence isn't something you have to interpret. Let this be just a lunch table, just a passing chapter, not a question you carry longer than you should. The chair stays where it is when I walk away. The empty seat beside me is honest at last, at last. The classroom empty, slower than the day. Sunlight lingers like it forgot something. Chairs are out of place, as if someone stood up in a hurry. I wait until the quiet feels safe, until even the walls stop listening. This is the only moment I don't feel watched. Your desk is farther than it should be, always just out of reach. I rehearse conversations I'll never actually speak. Others laughingly step forward, say exactly what they feel. I stay where I am, convincing myself this is enough. The sound of footsteps makes me freeze. My hand tightens around the stem. I place it down and step back, like I was never here at all. Liking someone quietly doesn't make it smaller, it just makes it harder to explain. There's a carnation on the desk, saying what I never could. It doesn't ask for anything, it just exists where it should. You'll probably know who left it and choose not to say a word. That kindness hurts more than rejection, but I still prefer to be unheard. Someone else be braver, cross the space I won't. They speak in moments I've been saving for later. I tell myself not to compare, but my chest doesn't listen. Every smile you give away feels borrowed from me. When you look uncomfortable, I feel like I did something wrong, even though I never asked for anything, even though I stayed where I belong. There are feelings that don't want an answer, they just wanna be real, even if only for a moment. There's a carnation on the desk, not a question, not a plea, just proof that somewhere inside I let myself feel honestly. I don't need to be chosen, I don't need to be seen, I just need to know this wasn't a mistake inside me. If I were louder, if I were different, would this still be impossible? If you weren't who you are, if I weren't who I am, would this just be ordinary? I don't ask for those answers, I don't wait for the day. Some feelings are complete just by staying this way. There's a carnation on the desk, fading quietly with the light. It doesn't change the ending, but it proves I tried. When I leave this room someday and this feeling finally rests, I'll remember I loved, even if it stayed on the desk. The sun slips past the windows, the room goes still again. Only the scent of something real lingers where I've been. And the bell Most people leave, but some things stay behind. Lights hum softly in empty rooms. Time slows down. This is where the questions come, when no one's wishing. And not that hesitates, just enough to matter. You step inside like you don't wanna take up space. I don't know what I'm doing, you say, as if that's a failure. But I recognize that voice, I've heard it in myself. You sit across from me, waiting for direction, like answers come with age and not with consequence. I already know what you're asking, and I already know how little I'm allowed to give. Choose my words like plans, safe enough not to cut you, sharp enough to keep my distance. I talk about time and patience, about things you already know. What I don't say is how familiar this feels. At your age, this confusion feels like the entire world. Every night lasts too long, every thought circles back. I wanna tell you what works, what doesn't, how the story might end, but that's not mine to decide. So I offer something smaller, something that won't interfere, advice meant to protect, not to steal. Being responsible doesn't feel like wisdom. It feels like holding back, even when it hurts. After the bell rings, the answers spray unfinished. I hand you something vague and hope it's enough. You nod like you understand, even though I know you don't. And I let you leave with questions I also carry. Once I waited for someone to tell me what to do. I thought growing up meant clarity would come true, but clarity is rare, and timing is cruel. Most days we just learn which lines not to cross. After the bell rings, what I wanna say is this: being unsure doesn't mean you're lost. I need you paying attention. I couldn't give you certainty, but I gave you respect. Sometimes the most honest help is knowing when to step back. The chair across from me stays empty after you're gone. Another question leaves the room, still unanswered. The restaurant is quieter than it should be. Plates have finished, ice melting slower than the conversation. City lights flicker outside the window like they're trying to interrupt, but we're already somewhere else. How was your day, you ask, knowing it's not a simple question. I start at the beginning, but lose the middle. I explain too much, but not enough. Every sentence feels like it needs defending. You listen without interrupting, which somehow makes it harder. Silence turns into space, and space into doubt. Trust doesn't disappear loudly, it just waits for reassurance that doesn't come. After the misunderstanding, we're still sitting here, but something shifted between what we say and what we mean. You don't accuse me, you don't have to. The distance in your voice doesn't know the flower casually, like it doesn't matter. I hear the question beneath it, and I stumble. I tell you the truth, but truth sounds different when it's already been doubted. When it arrives too late, you say you trust me, then ask me to prove it. I don't know how without sounding defensive. Being a good person isn't the same as being present, and I'm learning that now. After the misunderstanding, love feels heavier than before. Not because it's broken, but because it's real. I thought doing the right thing would be enough. I didn't realize you needed to feel chosen too. Small kindnesses, quiet choices no one saw. But at night you need more than that. You need honesty without armor. I need you here, you say, not angry, just tired. And I finally understand what I've been avoiding. After the misunderstanding, I don't step back this time. I don't hide behind explanations or what feels justified. I tell you I'm afraid. I tell you I'm imperfect. If staying means being vulnerable, then this is me staying. Together, words still settling between us, but our steps are closer now, and that feels like a start. Always quiet in the early light, just my footsteps in a school that's barely waking. I slip inside the lounge without a sound, your desk exactly where it always waits for me. A tiny carton in my trembling hands, almond milk because you said you liked it better. I set it down and breathe the morning in, hoping you will feel the thought behind the gesture. No, I don't need you to say much, but sometimes I wish you would. Just a word, a smile, held a little longer, something that tells me I'm understood. temperature of almond milk, cool on the outside, warm in the meaning. I leave it like a secret note that only you and I can read. Though we're not allowed to touch, not even allowed to look too long. I hope you feel me every morning in the small things I'm not allowed to say aloud. When the bell rings and the hallways fill, I watch you walk inside like nothing's different. You greet the room with calm, collected eyes. I steal a second from the doorway just to see you glance at the milk and half smile, a tiny twitch like sunlight breaking gently. But then you're gone back to the world, leaving me to wonder if I dreamed it. I shouldn't want more than this, but wanting isn't something I control. You keep your distance for the rules we live in. Still I wish you'd let a little softness show. The temperature of almond milk, like the boundary lines we never cross. Cold with hesitation, warm with longing, a contradiction we both hold. Even if you can't reach back, even if you can't risk being seen, I'll keep leaving quiet signs of love in the safety of a morning routine. If this were any other place, I'd walk straight up and take your hand. If this were any other life, I'd say your name without looking around first. But here the walls have ears, and even shadows might reveal us. So I tuck my feelings into tiny gestures, soft as milk, small as breath. Sometimes I imagine you standing here right behind me as I leave it out, your hand brushing mine, both of us pretending it was nothing. The temperature of almond milk, a silent language only we understand. I pour my heart into these mornings, and you sip it down without a plan. If all I ever get is this, a secret shared between two careful hearts, I'll still show up before the sun to say I love you in the quietest way I can. The room fills with voices, but this moment is still ours. Your day begins with a card and I left, and my day begins knowing you'll see it. That's enough. For now, that's enough.
The clock hits 8 and everything inside me jumps. I swear I hear footsteps down the hallway. My friends keep talking, but all I hear is my heartbeat drumming louder than the morning bell. I grip my backpack like it's armor, but the truth is I'm just trying not to shake. You're the kind of calm this world can't give me, and the kind of storm I chase anyway. I know that I'm too young, but feelings don't follow rules. Every time I think I've settled down, you walk in and undo me. When the door swings open, I'm already halfway running. I don't think my body moves like it knows who it's meant to find. You step back, startled, keeping distance like you always do. But even that 3 feet between us feels like the longest space on earth. I hate the way I freeze when you say my name, like I'm spilling all my secrets in one breath. You try to laugh it off and teach your kindness, but I can hear the caution in your voice. Everyone says it's just a crush, they don't know the fire in my chest. First love isn't something small, it's everything, all at once. If wanting you is wrong, then why does it feel so real? Why does the world go sharp and bright when you're the one who walks inside? When the door swings open, my whole universe rearranges. Every color brightens, every sound snaps into me. Yes, I keep imagining. Last night I promised I'd stop rushing to you. Promised I'd act like a normal student, but then I saw your shadow in the doorway, and every promise fell apart. No one told me first love would burn through common sense like gasoline. No one warned me how it hurts when someone kind can't choose you back. And still I run because my heart is faster than my mind, and you're the one it's chasing. When the door swings open, I become someone braver, wilder, someone who believes in miracles. Even when the rules say no, I know you can't hold me, I know you can't let this be. But when you look away softly, I can't help thinking you wish things were different too. Tomorrow I'll try again to walk, not run. But I know myself, the moment that door swings open, I'll be charging straight toward you, like it's the only thing I know. When the door swings open, I become someone braver, wilder, someone who believes in miracles. Even when the rules say no, I know you can't hold me, I know you can't let this be. Last period sunlight drifts across the desks, painting everything in gold except my mood. I sit by the window pretending to read, but really I'm just tracing your reflection in the glass. You're talking to another student, your voice warm, your posture kind. I shouldn't feel this sting inside, but longing doesn't ask for permission. Some loves aren't meant to happen, but they still choose a place to bloom. Mine chose your quiet smile and the way you always listen. These signals you'll never see, the glances I send, the breath I hold, I'm waving from a distance. Only my heart can measure, even if you never notice, even if you never should. I keep reaching out in silence, because loving you feels honest. Jake teases me again in the hallway, pulling playful jokes he thinks will win me over, but my heart is somewhere else entirely, focused on the kindness in your eyes. Sometimes I wonder if you sense it, if you feel my gaze when you turn the page, but then the world reminds me of the line between us I can't cross. I wish I could be braver, say something real, something fragile, but every time I imagine it, my courage folds like paper. These signals you'll never see, sent through half smiles and pauses, a secret language I speak alone, one you're not meant to understand. If you read it wrong, it could break us. just three soft words, but they stayed with me for days. I wanted to tell you everything, that you make the world feel softer, but instead I nodded, hiding the tremble in my breath. If I could freeze a moment, it would be when you looked at me as if I mattered for a second in your crowded, complicated day. But moments fade and reality steps back in, leaving me with quiet signals you were never meant to receive. Signals you'll never see, floating between us like dust and sunlight. If you ever turned and caught one, I wouldn't know what to do. So maybe this is safer, love that doesn't touch the world. Still my heart keeps sending messages, in every breath I take near you. After you leave the room, I stay a little longer, letting the warmth in the air pretend to be something you left behind.
Lunch break comes around the staff lounge. Coffee cups clatter, someone's grating in the corner. I spot you sitting by the window, looking tired in that way that makes you softer somehow. I take the seat beside you, not too close, but close enough to feel the tension. You shift in your chair, glance at the door as if closeness comes with consequences. You give me half a smile, like you're afraid it might say too much. And I wonder if we're both pretending this doesn't feel like something real. You know what this is, don't look away like you can't feel it rising. Every time our elbows nearly touch, something in the air gets louder. You keep acting like it's nothing, but your silence is too careful to be innocent. Don't tell me you don't notice, you know exactly what this is. Say we make a good pair. They laugh, they nudge, they think it's harmless fun, but they don't see the way you stiffen every time I lean a little closer. I try to keep it casual, talking books and boring meetings, but my voice dips without permission whenever I say your name. You sip your coffee slowly, as if stalling buys you safety, but you don't move away, and that's what keeps me hoping. You know what this is, you feel it even if you won't admit it. There's a spark pulling at both of us, something warm, we're scared to hold your eye. Avoid the truth, but your heartbeat gives you away. Don't hide behind your boundaries, you know exactly what this is. You know exactly what this is. Last week you tried to leave early, said you had papers to grade, but your footsteps slowed at the door as if you were waiting for me to stop you. And I should've, but the words caught in my throat, a mix of hope and fear that tasted too much like risk. Maybe we're both too cautious, maybe we've lived enough life to fear the fall, but I keep catching you staring when you think no one's paying attention. If this were wrong, why does it feel so familiar? If this were nothing, why do we both keep circling back to the same chair, the same time, the same space, like gravity has already made its choice? You know what this is, stop pretending it's accidental. Our jokes last too long, our silences say too much. If you truly wanted distance, you'd sit anywhere else in this crowded room, but here you are again beside me, 2 breaths away from brave. Maybe one day we'll name it, or maybe it will stay suspended in the space between us. But whatever we call nights during lunchtime, everyone rushing out for food or sunlight. But I wait, watching shadows move until I know the staff lounge is empty. I clutch a daisy in my hand, picked on the walk to school this morning. Its petals tremble like I do as I push the door open just wide enough to slip in. Your desk is neat, predictable, a safe place for a secret. I set the daisy down gently, like leaving a confession I can never speak aloud. I wish I could be braver, but bravery has never lived in my voice. So I give you flowers instead, and pray you'll feel something soft. One daisy on your desk, saying everything I can't say out loud. A little piece of my heart resting where your hands will find it. You'll never know it's mine, and maybe that's for the best. But still I hope it brightens you the way you brighten me. I sometimes see you glance at it, a puzzled smile tugging at your mouth. You ask around who left it, but no one answers because no one knows. I hide behind my textbook, face warming like a sunrise. I can't stop. Loving you is quiet work, a garden planted in my shadow. Some people love loudly, but I only know the gentle way. And even if you never see me, I can still leave beauty in your day. One daisy on your desk, a whisper pressed into petals. A hope small enough to overlook, yet big enough to carry me through the week. Even if this love stays hidden, even if I stay hidden too, this little flower tells the truth. I think of you more than I should. There was one time you said, it's pretty makes the room feel lighter. I nearly cried right there, my heart stumbling over its own feet. If only you knew how many times I stopped myself from saying your name, like it belonged to a dream I could touch. I'm not bold like other girls, my feelings bloom quietly. But a quiet love can be real as any loud confession. So I keep leaving daisies, one for each day I survive loving you. One for each moment I choose hope over the fear of being seen. One daisy on your desk, my silent offering of something tender. I don't need you to understand it, just let it sit there in the sunlight. A fragile truth, a gentle truth, carried on a stem too thin for its meaning. Even if you never guess it's me, I'll keep loving you in petals. Tomorrow I'll bring another, a little braver, a little brighter. Maybe someday you'll wonder about the girl who left flowers and loved you quietly from the doorway.
After school, the hallway empties out, echoes bouncing where voices used to be. I drag my feet toward the lockers, thinking about every dumb thing I said today. And I laughed once, not at me but near me, and somehow that was enough to He looked at me like he'd seen this story before. So just be respectful, be yourself, but myself is exactly what's messing things up. I see Hannah in the doorway sometimes, looking past me like I'm noise she learned to ignore. And she deserves better, someone who doesn't need a script to speak gently. If feelings came with instructions, I'd follow them like a map. But love is just chaos wrapped in a girl with quiet eyes. I never get it right, trip over my words like broken stairs. I wanna tell her she's the reason my heart keeps sprinting in circles. But all she sees is the kid who jokes too loud and tries too hard. And maybe she's right, but I wish she'd see the rest of me. Last night I stayed up rehearsing what I'd say if she ever gave me 5 minutes without looking away. I practiced smiling, standing still, not fidgeting, not rambling. But this morning she walked by, and everything I prepared collapsed like flimsy tower blocks. How do people act normal when they're in love for the first time? How do they walk instead of falling? How do they speak instead of shaking? I wanna be someone she can trust, someone she can see without rolling her eyes. I wanna be better than this, better than that. I never get it right, but maybe trying counts for something. Maybe one day she'll see the boy underneath the chaos. Until then, I'll keep learning how to hold my heart still whenever she walks into the room. Tomorrow I'll try again, not to be perfect, just honest. I never get it right, but one day I hope I might. I never get it right, but one day I hope I might. I never get it right, but one day I hope I might.
The restaurant lights glow soft and low, silverware clinks like distant bells. You sit across from me, your eyes tied in a way I can't quite read. We talk about our day, dodging the real things sitting between us. I stir my drink too long, waiting for you to notice the storm behind my silence. It's been building all day, the looks, the whispers, the distances, and I felt it in so tightly. I'm not sure what will spill if I let go. Even when I'm beside you, I feel like I'm reaching across miles. Your hand is right there, but your heart is somewhere I can't find. I need you to look at me, really look at me, and remind me I'm the one you choose, even when the world pulls at your attention. Julia's smile, Emily's boldness, Sophie's quiet flowers laid on your desk. I know none of it is your fault, but love doesn't always listen to logic. I wanna be the one you think of first, the one whose presence steadies you. Instead I feel like an afterthought in the story we're trying to keep hidden. I don't wanna compete with people who don't even know they're in the way. I just wanna know promise is just honesty, just a touch that says you're here. Not out of habit, but because you wanna be. Even when I'm beside you, I need to feel that the distance isn't real. Pull me back into your eyes, let me hear the softness you hide. Tell me the world hasn't taken you from me. Tell me the silence isn't indifference. Hold my hand like you mean it, like you remember who we are. We step outside into the cool night air, street lights painting halos on the pavement. You reached for my hand, a small gesture but steady this time. And for the first time today, I feel close to you again. Even when I'm beside you.